where do we go from here? We stand on the edge of change, and we can go into the future with a new mindset. Technology is empowering people to grow, making their lives easier and more secure. And with daring, creative people are writing this very future with every line of code. We face a new direction, where both innovators and the global workforce come together to face these new challenges, without the boundaries of countries or even offices. As we face this new direction, one thing is certain. Entrepreneurship is at the center of solving this crisis. And nothing shakes up the world more than the people who are brave enough to believe that they can. We are stepping into a new direction. Will you join us?
Welcome everybody at this Startup Bootcamp FinTech and Cybersecurity Demo Day. Today we will show you 9 startups in the FinTech and Cybersecurity domain that joined our accelerator program about a year ago. The theme for today is a new direction. A new direction that brings new opportunities. To grown-up companies, to mid-stage companies, and to early-stage companies. And today these 9 startups that were in our program will show you the progress that they've made. Even during the challenging times that we've all been encountering around the globe since February of 2020. These new opportunities are there to be leveraged by these entrepreneurs. Because this is what entrepreneurship is all about. It is adapting to new opportunities that occur because of new situations. This is where startups can really make a distinction. Can leverage the consumer and the corporate challenges out there. Tap into new business models, new services, and keep the customer at the central point to solve the challenges that are out there. Sit tight for the next hour and watch these 9 pitches, and please give them your honest and open feedback. This is what we do as well. Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm Douwe, Program Director for Startup Bootcamp Amsterdam. And I had the pleasure from the beginning of the year to work with 9 outstanding teams in the FinTech and cybersecurity space. The theme for this demo day, New Directions, was chosen because, just like the rest of the world, we had to find new ways to run our programs and best support the founders. Over the last month, we've witnessed the resilience of these teams and their founders, and we're excited to share all the progress they have made in the time since. It has been amazing to see all these challenges being turned into opportunities. And I'm excited to present all the pitches to you today. And as always, this is just the start of the journey together. And we're looking forward to working with these founders for the years to come. And I want to give a special thanks to the partners and mentors supporting the teams and providing tons of valuable feedback during the program. And as some of you already know, this program is extra special to us because it was made possible in a unique way. Next to our partners, private investors were able to participate in the program by investing in the public offering that we did on N-Exchange. Without our partners, mentors and the investors, we would not be able to make this a success. Thank you. Let me give you a quick overview of the program today. We'll dive straight into the pitches, where we'll follow 3 of the big trends that we saw during the scouting process. After the pitches are done, you're cordially invited to join the teams in the breakout sessions you can find in the description and ask them any burning question you might have or just to connect with the teams. And of course, during the presentations, you're more than welcome to already get in touch with the teams or leave them a message. The trends that we'll go through today are payment and loyalty, new banking solutions, and next generation fintech platforms. So without further ado, I want to kick it off with the first pitch of today on payment and loyalty. Engaging customers can be a very challenging task in an omni-channel world. Providing customers with seamless payment solutions and loyalty rewards can be a tough issue to crack. This startup kept reinventing themselves throughout the program and questioned every assumption they had along the way. This might be the most disruptive in-car transaction technology that the industry has seen for decades. Please welcome Matt and Grant from Titanical.
Hi, I'm Grant.
And I'm Matt, and we are the co-founders of Titanical, Fuel Faster.
Each year in Europe, there are over 4.2 billion vehicle refuels, and half the time it takes to fill up that car is taken with simply taking payment. That's not only inefficient, but it means that fuel retailers are limited by the number of customers that they can service with the existing infrastructure. To solve this, fuel brands are deploying their own pay-at-pump apps. And these are not only expensive to build and run, but they deliver low utility levels to the consumer. Even the largest apps are only used by 2 million users. There's no interoperability, and you need lots of apps. These apps are trying to deliver speed and scale. To deliver speed, they need the consumer to download an app, open an app, and confirm the payment. And for scale, you need to spend money to encourage downloads, and then even more money to encourage usage. But what happens if that wasn't the case? What if the consumer already had the app? And what happens if that app automatically enabled the experience as you arrived on the petrol station?
This is the Titanical experience. Drive up, fuel up, drive off. Fuel faster. There is no quicker way to refuel. We achieve immediate scale because we work with some of the world's largest driving apps, including Park Mobile, and we offer frictionless payment experiences across a range of verticals. Fuel is just the start. And our partnerships give Titanical 38 million drivers. Remember, Shell only have 2 million drivers, so we've already saved 361 years of downloading. Titanical are able to achieve this through our patent-pending technology that makes ANPR camera reads 1,000 times better. And we achieve this through our proprietary algorithms and our technology. We make money by charging the consumer a small convenience fee, which mirrors the existing market in the parking industry. We interviewed 2,700 parking app users, and 65% of them said that they would pay for the service. We are targeting the $230 billion connected car commerce market. Fuel is just the start. To achieve this, we're going to deploy across the UK, the Netherlands, and Ireland, where we already have high percentages of the total number of drivers and fuel stations. We're then going to move into 11 other territories where we have high numbers of app users across our partner app network. Even with pessimistic forecasts of user engagement, we are forecasting strong revenues, and this is just in our fuel vertical.
We've got big plans beyond vehicle commerce. Having established ourselves as a trusted service provider within multiple use cases, we're going to leave the car. And we're going to leverage our technology in other image-based recognition experiences, and then ultimately become a trusted custodian of user identification. This is the Titanical team to deliver that vision. I spent 5 years at MasterCard working on connected cars and alternative payment methods. Matt ran the UK's leading parking technology business. Our two Andrews, both Cambridge graduates, the first, an ex-systems engineer on the Bloodhound land speed record, and the other, an ex-head of business analytics at GSK. To achieve this vision, in Q1 next year, we will be raising a €5 million Series A to execute a 24-month plan to own vehicle-based commerce across 11 territories and multiple use cases. To find out more and track our progress, please join our Q&A at the end. We'd love to speak to you. Thank you.
Thanks, that was a great pitch to kick off. The next startup operates right on the border of payment and loyalty. If you're like me and you have a bunch of loyalty cards, but you never have them on hand when you need them, the next startup has a solution for you. Please welcome David from Loyalize.
Hi everyone, I'm David and I'm founder and CEO of Loyalize. The first ever loyalty card scheme was introduced in 1981. That's the same decade as the CD, Windows 1.0 and the Game Boy. and it revolutionized retail because more data meant more targeted campaigns and higher profits. Today, although the premise is as sound as it ever was, new problems have emerged. Novelty has been replaced with frustration, a complete picture replaced with imperfect data. Why? Well, the average consumer today is a member of at least 14 different loyalty programs. That's 14 different loyalty cards or 14 different apps to scan 14 different codes at the checkout. It just doesn't happen. And yet, the solution to solve all of this disparity is surprisingly simple. Loyalize is a white label engagement platform that combines payment and loyalty in a single transaction. Now, whilst the benefits to a consumer may be slightly more evident, by allowing them to connect their existing payment card to a loyalty program, they now get that completely frictionless loyalty and payments experience, which removes the requirement for a plastic loyalty card or scanning of codes. However, for retailers, who are our primary customers, our solution focuses on three key benefits. The first is access to data, which is the holy grail. By combining payment and loyalty into a single transaction, you make it easier for a customer to engage with your loyalty program. More engagement equals more data, and more data equals more effective targeted campaigns, which in turn leads to more engagement, and so the cycle continues. The second is saving on the costs of producing and reproducing plastic loyalty cards, which is especially effective for those programs that have millions of members. And in a world where plastic consumption is such a sensitive subject, sustainability is key to longevity. And the final benefit is reducing the transaction time at the checkout. If you remove the unnecessary action of a customer having to find and scan a loyalty card or code at checkout, you can reduce the transaction time by up to 20 seconds. An interesting statistic for you is that for some retailers, if you can reduce the transaction time by just 1 second, it equates to up to $2 million a year in underlying revenue. In fact, it's not just retailers who benefit from our platform either. We can provide our solution across a whole ecosystem of partners, including airlines, banks, payment providers, and other loyalty programs as a value add to their existing offering. So what have we achieved to date? Well, our platform and analytics suite are fully developed, including a comprehensive artificial intelligence engine to forecast customer behavior. We have spent the recent summer securing strategic partnerships to strengthen our platform offering, which include the likes of Checkout.com, Collinson, LoyalLogic, and global open banking provider TrueLayer. And we've more recently secured our first 2 client partnerships, which equates to over 2.5 million users in the UK, both due to go live in December. And in a world where frictionless experiences are on higher demand than ever, we're continuing to build out a pipeline of international opportunities, which also includes quite an exciting project with American Express in the US. Over the past months, we've been fortunate to receive some strong press exposure across a number of leading publications in retail and payments. Now, whilst you can't click on the links here, if you head to our website, you'll be able to see all of the articles there. And who is behind this business? Well, we have myself, David. I have a background in financial trading and consultancy. We have my CTO, Makis, who is a former Oracle director and has built and implemented a number of retail technology solutions for retailers around the world. And we're currently implementing a strong advisory board that has vast executive experience across the likes of Visa in private equity and a couple of fintech unicorns as well. Regarding funding, well, earlier this year we made the strategic decision to shift our focus away from funding and instead focus on building out new partnerships and new platform features. However, as the environment is progressively heading back to some level of normality, and I say that with complete blind optimism, we're now looking to relaunch our £250,000 seed round. We have raised 80,000 so far, and we're looking to raise the balance of 170,000 over the next 4 weeks in order to take these first 2 propositions to market. To echo my earlier point, frictionless customer experiences have never been more important, and Loyalize has been developed to provide an effortless journey for customers to engage with their favourite brands all through their payment cards. Thank you.
With the next generation fintech startups, we see that they're not just focused on classical fintech solutions. They're also permeating into our everyday life. The next trend is new banking. Solutions with a foundation in fintech, but that put a twist on a classical proposition. Next up is a founder who spent his whole life creating impact, not just here, but for all African entrepreneurs. He has a great passion to incentivize the African diaspora to invest in their home countries. Please welcome Alain with Wagency.
Hello, my name is Alain Hurikiye. I'm the founder and CEO of Wagency. Wagency is an investment marketplace allowing the diaspora to invest in small businesses in their country of origin. Wagency wants to be the first investment marketplace in the world targeting the diaspora. Do you know that around 80% of small businesses in Africa don't have access to finance? Do you know that we, the diaspora, we send around 48 billion in terms of remittances back home? Do you know that only 15% of those remittances are invested in productive investment? Do you know that there are no financial services targeting us, the diaspora? Do you know that we lack information when it comes to investment in our country of origin? So that's why we created Wagency. Wagency is an investment marketplace then connecting the diaspora looking for investment opportunities in their country of origin and small and medium enterprises in Africa looking for funding. All investments on our marketplace are guaranteed by the African Guarantee Fund. How it works is that an SME looking for funding will register on our platform, we conduct a due diligence, and then once we give it a green light, then we publish that investment opportunity on our platform and then invite the diaspora to invest on our platform. The market size of our business is huge. If you look at only the SME finance gap in Africa, it is estimated at 132 billion. If you look at the alternative finance potential in Africa, it is estimated at 93 billion. If you look at also the remittances that we send, it is estimated at 48 billion. As you can see, the market is huge. Our business model is simple. We take a 5% transaction fee or the money raised on our platform. We take a 20% carried interest at the exit of the investment. So far, we have 25 startups registered on our platform, around 100 investors on our platform. We have several partnerships with PwC, with the African Guarantee Fund, and then we have won several awards. One of them is from the municipality of The Hague. We have an amazing team of investment professionals, IT professionals, software developers, and compliance officers. What we are looking for is 300,000 euros to conduct a pilot project in Uganda, but also to get a license to operate in the Netherlands. Thank you very much for your time, and don't hesitate to contact us if you need additional information.
Another team working on a solution, not just to grow their own business, but to contribute to the world's well-being, is founded by a great female entrepreneur who wants to give access to the right healthcare for anyone in the world. Please welcome Maria from Daco Wellbeing.
Hi, I'm Maria Messina, CEO and co-founder of Daco, a new concept in health and well-being. What we take for granted, such as to get medicine, apply for a medical loan, book an online medical appointment, compare prices for your medical procedures, is not easily obtainable in an emerging country. Now, imagine you live in Cambodia, Africa, India, Brazil. According to the World Bank, at least half the world's population is unable to access to essential healthcare services. In emerging markets, main critical issues are out-of-pocket payments and a huge gap in the health insurance. Those are leading to the rise in non-communicable disease, a top killer worldwide. And most of non-communicable disease, such as cancer or diabetes, are considered preventable. Daco means HAG. The Daco HAG is about care. It's the promise to protect the patient at the center of the value delivery. Through our market experiments, we have learned that the need is much broader. So we have pivoted to Daco Wellbeing with the intent to provide a broader set of services, such as health insurance and healthcare benefits. We are committed to the UN SDGs number 3 and 10, and we want to have an impact on the global healthcare accessibility. Our target segment is employees and their family, and our initial target markets are India, Cambodia, Southeast Asia, where initially we intend to engage with our customers via their corporate and SME employers. This puts the total addressable market at 355 million potential customers in Asia Pacific. On Daco Wellbeing, we engage in form. We offer corporate services such as digital payslips and healthcare and well-being services. Our solution can be fully integrated into bank accounts. In this way, users can check when they get paid, access to healthcare and well-being benefits, and apply for financial support services for their next medical bill. How does it work? We partner with banks and with their SME and corporate customers, where the banks already provides the payroll processing. The corporate channel will be our engagement tool to reach a larger pool of users and get on board other partners such as insurance, pharma, hospital and clinics, and well-being. This engagement mechanism will open doors to understand the user health and coverage needs and introduce customized recommendations and associated services. Now, imagine employees on DACO Wellbeing platform. They can easily apply for a medical loan, for instance, for their parent, child, or spouse. Let's look to our roadmap. We will be launching our solution in the next few weeks in Cambodia for a pilot project, onboarding more than 400 employees and then healthcare providers. Our business partner is Dynamic Group, a well-known healthcare wholesaler group in Cambodia with strong relationship with banks and hospitals. In 2021, we look then to replicate our business model and scale. We aim to grow the team, plan our regulatory needs, deploy DACO Wellbeing in 1 and 2 key markets, and make revenues in 2021. We are looking for banks and corporates for long-term commitment. We are looking for partners and health tech startups to improve our healthcare accessibility journey. We are raising $400,000 for the next 18 months. Since starting in April 2019, we built a strong team with the right experience to make DACO a reality. I and Rana are on the product, business marketing strategy, and technology. Emiliano and Sivaram are in charge of the business development. And we are proud to share also our business advisors, Ronald Fons, former Global Head of Financial Services at Huawei and Director of Financial Services at Dynamic Technologies, and Michelle Stout, former CEO of Eurogiro and current advisor of Promising Scale-Ups. We got a great team. We have a clear vision. A pilot starts soon. Do you want to help us make healthcare more accessible to everyone? If so, then join us in the breakout session. Thank you.
This next serial fintech entrepreneur realized there is an untapped potential in the market supporting group saving and buying needs. His startup provides a plug-and-play group solution that you can put on top of your existing business model. Please welcome to the virtual stage, Ronald with Doni.
Hello, I'm Ronald. I'm co-founder, CEO of Doni. Doni is all about life spent together. How relevant the past months. In real life, people create groups, come together as a group, to plan things, to do things, to buy things together. However, there is no finance solution that supports people in their group needs. So how can banks, insurance companies and consumer platforms anticipate on this need? Well, that's why we offer Doni, a total solution platform with which you can meet your group's needs. Somebody can go on Doni and can start a group. In this group, he can invite other people to join him. For what? To select, vote on what to do as a group. To buy something for someone or to buy something to do as a group. After they selected the goal, they can plan it, they can collect contributions to reach the target date and the target amount. And at the end, when the goal is achieved, they can pay for what they want to buy or for what they want to do as a group or for somebody. So Doni is a B2B plug-and-play group finance solution. So on top of your current business and services, you can put Doni as a new layer, offering socially driven finance instruments with which you can not only service individuals, but also groups of people. What is the benefit for the user? Well, they can act as a group, just like in real life. They can get discounts because they make retailers compete over their purchase intent. They can get supports from financial institutes who exactly knows when they need what. And of course, there are family and friends who can contribute financially to achieve this group goal. Banks, insurance companies, and consumer platforms, how do they benefit? Well, because you know exactly what someone wants to do, when he wants to do it, how much he has saved for it. You can do one-on-one marketing. Of course, also you can increase customer satisfaction because you will meet a new need, namely, people want to come and act as a group. And third of all, you can increase and extend your revenue model. Well, looking at all the different components in that revenue model, of course there are cross-selling opportunities. But also there are things like discounts, affiliates, cashback fees, etc. You can share that with your own users or extend your own model with it, depending on what your goal is. And our goal, or how do we use it? We use a Saas subscription fee that we want people to pay for our solution. Our roadmap, we started this company in 2018 as a spin-out of FinTech solution company Red2Blue. This year we closed a contract with Listy, which is a financial education app that is delivered with a Curio tablet and already is 80,000 installments. We are integrating Doni with this new app. We run a pilot with a bank, and we support a new initiative, actually a new ecosystem that disrupts the performance and the theater industry. Next year, we will grow to 200,000 users, new contracts, and we continue to do this in 2022. Our team. I am Ronald. I founded and exited successfully 3 fintech companies before. Most well known is Innovity, that was acquired by Ordina and currently is called Topicus. We all work together in Red2Blue, as you can see. So we are, as a group, we have experience working 5 years together. I do that with Joanna, who is an excellent product manager. And Natalia, she keeps us all together. Paul does the front, Andrea does the back, and Petrika makes everything look awesome. We are looking for investments and new partners. If you want to hear more, I invite you to the breakout sessions. I thank you very much for your attention and looking forward to meet you.
My name is Elizabeth Kleinfeld, and I'm very excited to be here at Demo Day together with Don Ginzel, the founder of Holland FinTech. So at Startup Bootcamp, I'm responsible for the partners in our FinTech and Cybersecurity program. Don, will you tell a little bit about Holland FinTech?
Of course, Liz. Very lovely to be here and talk to you today. Well, Holland FinTech is a platform that tries to bring together the whole financial industry, including all the challengers that we see upcoming today, very often referred to as FinTech. We bring now about 600 companies together from across Europe and try to figure out how they can collaborate and learn from each other to understand where technology and innovation is going to bring them.
What have been the FinTech trends that you've noticed?
So of course it has been a bit of a funny time, but I think we've seen a very strong acceleration of digitization. So because a lot of people had to work from home, we saw that especially traditional financial processes were disrupted everywhere where paperwork, signatures, stamps even were involved, got in big trouble. So we saw a very strong acceleration of parties that facilitate digitization, not just in digital products like digital lending or payments, but also really in the field of digitization of processes and things related to compliance. Because what not everyone knows is that Europe has started a really strong war on money laundering. And so all the solutions that help out identifying your clients or monitor transactions really play an important role at the moment.
One of our partners, Hakon Bank, also noticed that the government was saying, please pay with MoPay, their mobile wallet, because this was like the solution to do payments in a digital way. So now we see a whole country that's starting that digitization process.
We even saw that Germany, people were letting go of physical money for once. Yeah.
Good to see. Yeah. I'll be happy the next time I'm going there to be able to pay digitally. What do you think of like some of the challenger banks like N26 or Revolut? Do you see that they will be adding on other services so that they can make money more easily?
What we do see that they still have a very strong challenge to solve with regard to their profitability. So they're all able to grow very fast. So there is a need, and let's say people want to work with these kind of parties, but they still have a hard time making enough money to make it through the rain in the longer run. Exactly, it's not really sustainable yet. And I think already now you saw that, for example, Monzo announced that they are not so certain that they will be able to continue regular business due to recent developments. So potentially there you could get a bit of a shakeout as well, where some of the parties are letting go, but it doesn't mean that the profitability issue is solved. And I think it's quite a challenge because they've been focused on growth so much, and it's not so hard for people to open an account with you as a bank, but to transfer all their finances to a new bank, that's something that takes a very long time.
Yeah, I don't see that happening quickly either. So what are the biggest growth opportunities in fintech at the moment?
So I believe that digitization platforms, core banking, mid-banking platforms, digital insurance processes, digital asset managers, these kind of platforms I think play a very important role. I think you see on this triggered by PSD2 and open banking, you see that there's a lot of more financial information available that parties could work with. So you see that in the direction of financial planning and all kinds of financial management services. This is all relatively early, but I believe that will accelerate quite fast.
So Demo Day is right in the middle of Amsterdam FinTech Week, which lasts through the 25th of September. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to be on the schedule, with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, interesting things?
Yeah, no, definitely. So we're going to start on the 18th, on the Friday already, with kickoff. And then we're looking for a full line of events from Monday till Friday, the 25th indeed. And so what the idea is that we really give a showcase of what Amsterdam and the Netherlands have to offer on the level of fintech. So from that perspective, we're really happy to collaborate with you and have the demo day in the midst of the Amsterdam FinTech Week, because I think what Startup Bootcamp has to offer is definitely a big part of what the Dutch market has to offer to anyone across Europe and abroad. So what we're aiming to do is actually show the expertise and the standing of the market. So we'll do daily panel sessions and fireside chats to really discover what the bigger trends in the market are, who are the players to know, what's the policy like, how are the regulators responding, to really take a tour across the fintech landscape. We'll fill that in with all kinds of pitches so people could really see a lot of the fintech companies and solutions that are available from the Dutch market. And around that, we've actually opened up the week for everyone to organize their own event. Because one of the things that we really like is that it's crowdsourced. So we work with a lot of member companies, of course, but also outside that base, we see that startups, service providers, financial institutions or regulators, all of them very often like to organize something. Think of a meet and greet, think about a webinar, or it could basically be a Q&A session. Anyone could open very easily, especially a digital sort of open office, to spark the conversation with the market and give people from abroad access to what the Dutch market has to offer.
So this is the place to go, Holland FinTech, if you're looking to see what's going on out there. Our demo day is on the Amsterdam FinTech Week, but I've seen Innovate Finance events. I've seen lots of events from all over the world that you can see on your calendar and then sign up for. So great ecosystem building and lovely to have you with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Liz.
Then, for the next trend, there are the next generation fintech platforms. Whether it's providing your customers with sustainable investment solutions, giving them insights in their risk and compliance, or helping them with their daily administrative tasks. First up is a founder who has built his business around simplifying the permanent life insurance market. This trillion-dollar industry desperately needs some help to attract the new generation. Here to provide that solution is Pontus with White Swan.
Hi, I'm Pontus Lagerberg and I'm the founder of White Swan. We're on a mission to unlock the power of permanent life insurance for a new generation by launching the first ever digital marketplace and then introducing a white swan credit card secured by life insurance, rewarding our cardholders with one of the lowest APRs in the market. While most verticals of finance have already been digitized for the younger generation by companies like Robinhood, Chime, and Betterment, there is one big vertical where this hasn't happened yet. This vertical is permanent life insurance, where customers still have to face pretty much the same experience as they did in the 1800s, with lengthy processes only available through physical agents taking between 4 to 6 weeks and involving time-consuming paperwork and appointments, intrusive medical exams, and excessive fees. So to bring this experience to the 21st century, we are only weeks away from launching a digital marketplace where customers can get signed up in 1 to 3 days with lower fees and a simpler experience. Not only will this marketplace enable customers to save time, but it will also help insurance carriers with their problems in reaching younger audiences, as well as financial advisors such as fee-only RIAs to spend more time on building their businesses and less time on paperwork. Through our marketplace, we will offer savings, investment, and insurance products from some of the best insurance carriers in the US. Our savings product, whole life insurance, have competitive rates of around 6.5% while being nearly as safe as a government bond, while our investment product, index life insurance, offers stock market returns without the downside risk. For us, a greatly improved sign-up process is only the first step, and in the future, we will expand our solution even more. Once we raise our seed, we will be ready to launch the first secured credit card to ever use permanent life insurance as a security. This will provide anyone, no matter their credit score, with one of the lowest APRs in the market and will allow us to reach a larger market of customers already owning a policy. In the future, we will increase our value proposition even more by offering support for external loans as well as premium financing for a broader market. The life insurance market today is $1 trillion market, but we believe it has a lot of room to grow, especially the digital part of it, which currently only sells term life insurance and constitutes about 10% of the total market. When it comes to the competitive landscape of the life insurance industry today, we can see that almost every single company which is targeting the digital consumer is focusing on term life insurance, which is a special type of life insurance policy without any investment elements whatsoever. So, to distinguish ourselves from these competitors, we will focus exclusively on the permanent side of the market. And our go-to market strategy is focused around building both a direct-to-consumer channel as well as a partnership channel. And to get consumers' attention directly, we will use search advertising for already educated customers combined with content marketing for longer sales cycles. When it comes to partnership channels, we will use classic B2B sales strategies to gain access to clients from fee-only RIAs and other financial advisors by making it easier for them to ensure an optimal asset allocation for their clients. Our business model is to charge commissions on insurance policies and loans, and since these products traditionally have a low churn, we're expecting high customer lifetime values. Our team consists of a brilliant group of individuals with a background in the financial industry, working for companies like Goldman Sachs and Interactive Brokers, as well as in the entrepreneurial sector, with founding, growing, and exiting companies previously. I myself have years of experience in the trading world. I've written a book about personal finance, and I've also founded the e-commerce company Grand Lamar. So once we've launched this company, we want to raise $1.5 million to bring to market our branded credit card, as well as grow our direct and partnership channels. So with that, I want to thank you so much for watching this presentation, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you want to know more about our current rates or any partnership opportunities. Thank you so much.
The risk and compliance area is developing at breakneck speed, with tons of new products and services coming to market that need to be compliant with regulations depending on their specific location. This founder has worked as a regulator in the US and he saw the need to put the banks back in control of their compliance. Please welcome John with Risk Priorities.
Hi, I'm John Humphreys, the founder of Risk Priorities. We're a RegTech company that enables financial institutions to take control of regulation. After the financial crisis, there was a tsunami in new, complex financial regulation. Since 2009, banks have paid over $320 billion in fines. Annual compliance costs are over $270 billion. And oh, by the way, welcome FinTech, Big Tech, and InsurTech to the industry, ready to compete. The last thing a financial institution needs right now are costly regulatory issues which impede its ability to grow and to innovate. With that as context, imagine this. You're the chief compliance officer working at a financial institution that operates out of 15 different countries. You have employees interacting with regulators on a daily basis. Unfortunately, they're using manual processes and basic technology to try to manage all those interactions with regulators. So what's the risk? You have blind spots everywhere waiting to wreck your organization. Inconsistent, repeated, bad interactions with regulators can increase cost and reputation risk, hinder the business model, and restrict growth. To address this problem, we've built RegTech IQ. It's an enterprise scalable Saas solution. It digitizes a company's high-risk interactions with regulators as part of regulatory exams, periodic queries, and regulatory relationship management activities. It then aggregates the data and the insights needed to be successful with regulators. This one-of-a-kind solution includes a dynamic risk model, correlations, real-time notifications, and other features. By using RegTech IQ, a company obtains transparency across its regulatory footprint and is in better control of its regulatory activities. Broadly speaking, the total addressable market includes financial service companies, consulting firms, and regulators. Our initial target market are large financial institutions and consulting firms. By the way, the global RegTech market is expected to grow to $55 billion by 2025. Our main sources of revenue include software subscription and implementation fees. The Risk Priorities team has deep industry knowledge and expertise across financial services. In addition to working as regulators at the Federal Reserve and in senior roles at some of the largest banks in the world, we've also studied at top universities in the US. In terms of RegTech thought leadership, we've spoken at 3 industry conferences, featured in 3 magazine articles, and we co-authored a chapter in the recent book titled The RegTech Book. Most importantly, though, we've personally experienced the stress, the helplessness, the frustration of working at financial institutions not equipped to deal with increased regulatory scrutiny and oversight. And that's why we're here. We're here to help. We're here to transform compliance from an uncontrollable operating cost to a competitive edge. So what's our roadmap? We conducted a cybersecurity assessment in Q3, and we have our first paying customer. After raising capital by the end of 2020, we'll expand the team so that we can onboard 3 additional customers by the end of 2021. Then we'll grow our customer base and project to have 13 additional customers by the end of 2022. That brings us to $3.4 million in revenue. In order to scale and grow revenue, we're raising $1 million. That will be used for hiring, business development, and product development. We're seeking investors, customers, and strategic partners. To learn more about Risk Priorities, please reach out to us.
The next startup has an extensive experience in the face recognition and identity space. Founded by a highly technical entrepreneur, there's no doubt that Unical will become a significant industry player. With a focus on mobile banking identity verification, Please welcome Ruslan with Unicol.
Hello, we are Unicol and we provide a Saas service for digital identity verification. Identity fraud is the fastest growing crime in the world. There has been over 15 billion euros lost last year by banks and financial institutions to identity fraud. And the problem of identifying users is getting harder. How many of those faces do you think are real people? The answer is none. They have all been generated by a computer algorithm called deepfakes. And fasten your seatbelts. Right now, I'm going to show you a video of video deepfake, which was generated by internet users without any technical skills. This type of technology can be used for identity theft, forging fake identity documents, and also performing online verifications. We expect there will be a real pandemic of video deepfakes coming towards the financial industry. Here at Unicol, we have developed a powerful facial recognition and liveness test technology to protect the industry against deepfake attacks. Our process consists of 3 main steps. First, user has to scan his face to confirm his identity. Second, user is required to say several numbers. And third, user is required to look into a specified direction. Altogether, this process is providing us a capability to perform a powerful facial recognition and liveness test. And our unique selling point is a video hashing technology, or VHT. This technology is designed to protect the KYC process from various types of deepfake attacks. And we have developed it during 2 projects funded by the Dutch Enterprise Agency. Our first pilot customer is Hackering Bank, which is the largest bank in Suriname and is also a partner of Startup Bootcamp. They have developed a mobile banking app called Mope, which is now being upgraded with Unicol's IDV technology. The market for digital identity verifications is growing at 14% a year and is expected to double in the next 5 years to a whopping 14 billion euros. We are working right now on several projects which we expect to go live in a few months in Netherlands and other countries of the European Union. We have a team of 2 co-founders and several developers, and we have over 10 years of experience working in the area of deep learning and facial recognition. Today, we are raising a round of 340,000 euros to perform research and development, certification, and business development. So, if you are an investor or a corporate partner, come talk to me and let's discuss further. Thank you.
This founder has been working diligently during the program to tweak her proposition and deliver a solution to her customers, trying to get rid of the boring administrative tasks that go into expense management. I'm happy to invite to the virtual stage Thea with Roster.
Hi, my name is Thea. I'm co-founder and CEO of Roster. 99% of business travelers hate expense reporting. It's not an actual statistic, it's our opinion, but it's based on a true fact. And the fact is that the biggest pain point of business travelers is that they're losing receipts or submitting reports without receipts. As most of you probably already know, when you travel for business purposes, you make expenses, you have to keep receipts. When you pay for your hotel, accommodation, taxi, etc. But what do you usually do? You keep them in your pocket, you keep them in your email, you keep them everywhere. That is messy. And the solution for it is an automated expense management software, like Roster. How it works is you simply take a photo of the receipt, upload it into the software, then our optical character recognition reads out all the important information like price, place, date, merchant, creates a report for you without Excel spreadsheets, and then your accountant has automatic access to it. Currently, we are operating in Croatia, and our goal is to expand to other countries surrounding Croatia in Central and Eastern European region. The reason behind that is that the laws are very similar to ours, and that makes our product very scalable, and the market potential there is huge. I know what you must be thinking now. I've seen this all before. How are you different? Yes, that is true. There is other software similar to ours. However, our users say that our software is so simple to use that even a 3-year-old would be able to use it. Moreover, we have significantly reduced the communication between the user and the accountant, saving a lot of time, and time is money. Currently, we have over 160 users in our platform and another 600 leads in the pipeline. We have recently hired 2 new salespeople that will convert those leads into paying customers. And at this rate, we break even in 6 months' time. We charge our users 10 euros per user per month. And since we began, we have been part of 2 acceleration programs. We have developed the MVP, acquired users, and raised 80,000 euros in capital. And now we're looking to raise additional 300,000 euros in capital. Our latest backer, a VC company from Croatia, Filrush Capital, is looking to co-invest those 300,000 with other VCs. About the team, myself, the CEO, have previous startup experience and have previously worked in B2B sales. My 2 talented software developers have over 20 years of experience in software development, and our latest additions, Jelena and Sandra, will be driving sales. So if you like what we are doing and you want to invest in us, please do contact me. Thank you.
That brings us to the end of the plenary part of the demo day. I want to cordially invite you all to join the teams in the breakout sessions you can find in the description and ask them any questions you might have or just to connect with them. There's no more presentations after the breakout sessions are over. So from the whole team at Startup Bootcamp, as well as all the startups, I want to thank you all for tuning in and spending your time with us. If you've been inspired and you're curious what it means to become a mentor at Startup Bootcamp, please send us a message. And again, I want to thank all the partners, the mentors and the investors to make this possible. Without you, we could not make this a success. Thank you very much.